Hey, Chuck Vosberg here, and this is part three of my little COVID series where I give you all the details about Pat and my experience with COVID. So, in this one, I'd like to talk about business. And if you own a business or if you've got a lot of responsibilities for anything, listen up. Now, one thing, Pat and I have been both self employed for a very long time. And one thing that we know is that you have to plan ahead for if you are sick or injured or something like that. And fortunately, we did because this COVID thing came along so suddenly. In our case, first Pat got sick, and then so that means we're both quarantined for 14 days. And, in our kind of work, you can't do the work without going out of the house. So all of a sudden, we're both unavailable. Not to mention, very shortly thereafter, we were both sick and unable to work anyway. So, fortunately for us, we already had a plan in action, and with just a single phone call, our entire book of business was suddenly taken care of. And for that, I've got to express my undying gratitude for our brokers, Michael Bindman and Jan Bruzis. A lot of people in our industry, they don't really think about who their brokers are. And in my opinion, and Pat would agree with me on this, who your brokers are is the most important decision you will ever make as a realtor. The financial part and all that stuff, that is secondary. Because in our case, our brokers, they took over everything. And when I told Michael about, that we had gotten COVID and everything, he's like, okay, don't worry about a thing. Just email me where you are with everybody. And they took over our book of business. And some of them were not close by either. He drove around. He really took care of everything. And I know I'm going on and on about it, but I'm just so grateful for that. And regardless of what kind of business you're in, you need to have a plan because someday you're going to get sick or you may get injured or something may happen where you're not able to work. And for the people who are counting on you, they need their stuff done for whatever it is you do. And I know, like in our particular line of work, if we don't do what we're supposed to do, there's some serious consequences, not only for our clients, but for us as well. So get a plan. Maybe you've got a colleague that you trust that does the same kind of work you do. It can even be a competitor. There's no reason that competitors can't be cooperative and help each other out. And I'll tell you, there's a whole video in that. Maybe I'll do one of those later about how we deal with competitors and how we view competitors because it's different than most folks. But anyway, make sure you've got a deal with somebody where you can just kind of fill in for each other. Now, in the case of our brokers, we just have a little informal agreement where it's like, hey, if you need anything, I'll fill in for you. Or if you need anything, I'll fill in for you. Because that makes it really easy. We can go out of town for a couple of days. If we get sick, we're covered. And it's vital to your business. So if you don't have some kind of a plan of action for getting your stuff covered in the event of illness or injury, start thinking about it right now and make plans because I'm sure glad we did because Pat and I run a pretty busy business here. And if we hadn't had that plan in place, it would have been disastrous. And matter of fact, disastrous is an understatement. So thank you again to our brokers, Michael Bindman and Jan Bruzis. They really kind of embody the whole motto that we have of humans over houses. So that's my little spiel for today. I just wanted to talk about the business side of it real quick. In the next one, we'll go back to the whole, what the COVID experience was. But I thought this was a very important thing to mention for everybody. So thank you for watching. I hope you're happy and healthy and doing well and taking care of you and your loved ones. So thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for part 4 coming up. Take care.